Well, I think this election coming is going to be very historical in Nigerian history, because it's going to give us the direction of what Nigeria is going to look like in the future. Because we have come to a time that we finally find one person who says, let's take care of this corruption that is eating away the edges of our society, and whether it's really doing it good or not, whether it's direct or selective or general, somehow he's the only one who really says let's fight corruption, and is fighting corruption without any evidence of him being corrupt. So we can rely, or we can believe is integrity or credibility, because he's not found corrupt himself. Unlike another president, like former President Obasanjo, he tried to fight corruption too, but he was not found to be clean all through. But this one, no one has any evidence that he has done anything corrupt, even under Obasanjo, even as a soldier, even as an ex-military head of state, even as an individual person, or in his home, or in his businesses, or even as a government official. No one has any evidence or any particular accusation of his corrupt practices. So we are on the brink of cleansing the society of corruption. So if he wins the election again, that means there will be a chance for the next in the next election, 2023, so to elect people that will not be as corrupt as we used to do in the past. Now, corruption the face of corruption would have been open, so it will be difficult for people to just do corruption with impunity. Like, nobody can do me anything. They just do. We do corruption in Nigeria like who's going to
get away with it.
We always get away with it. But this one says, no, you cannot always get away with it. So if you can lay the foundation properly, then the next generation of politicians, we know that if you do malpractices, it will backfire, which never happened in Nigeria before. So this election will determine where Nigeria is going to go. If he doesn't win, we might go back 50 years to where we used to be. But if he wins, then this fight against corruption might be well established, and the future of Nigeria might be established. We are in Toronto right now, which means we are in Canada. Canada too, the Canadian politicians and Canadians generally, they corrupt too. We corrupt here.
Corruption exists everywhere.
But the point is, in Canada, corruption is under control. In the United States, they corrupt too. In England, they corrupt too, but they put their corruption under control. The problem with us is that our own corruption don't have no control.
No limit.
Only this guy says, let's put some control.
You said that he's selective, because some people are also complaining about Buhari focusing on only PDP members when he's fighting his corruption. What do you think about that?
Selective fighting of corruption is not perfect.
Okay.
We can say, oh, it's not good morally, but selective fighting of corruption has its own benefit. He is in APC right now, and is facing his fight on PDP and other political parties members. That's okay. He is not going to be there forever. One day, the baton will have to change to the other parties. So when they take the baton too, let them face the APC people.
Okay.
Let them call them back. 10 years ago, you did this. 20 years ago, you did this. 5 years ago, you did this. 2 years ago, you did this. We had an experience here in Canada. Duffy. When Prime Minister Steve Harper came to power, he faced Duffy for how much? Small amount of money of corruption. And throughout Harper's period, they were fighting Duffy for this money. He couldn't practice as a lawyer, he couldn't be a government official, and he was a high-level minister. But immediately Steve Harper left, Trudeau came in, and Trudeau set him free.
You see?
They discharged him of this allegation. So that means anybody who wants to practice corruption under Trudeau, you will know that if another Steve Harper comes, you are in trouble.
It's exactly what is going on in Nigeria now.
Anybody who was under Steve Harper, they knew that if Trudeau comes, you are in trouble. So let's do, if we can do that in Nigeria at least, because what we had before, nobody was fighting anybody against for any corruption.
Yes.
And once another party come in, they just congratulate the other party. They say, you have chopped your own. It's now our own time. No, these guys say, no, it's not my time. We need to do something about it. So if he's doing selective corruption fighting, I think I give him 70% mark. Because when the next party comes in, let them do selective too. So by the time they face APC, if they find Tinubu guilty, they find Fashola guilty, they find Oshomole guilty, they find my uncle guilty, then...
Who's your uncle again?
All of them, they are my uncle. All the politicians in Nigeria, everybody in Nigeria will know, if you do anything wrong, somebody is going to come to question it.
Okay. Do you mean that Buhari is the best president we have ever had in Nigeria?
In terms of fighting the corruption, facing the corruption, is the best. Because we have never had any president that said, let's fight corruption. I read an article, an interview that our long-time former president Azikiwe gave about corruption in his own time. He said in our own time, corruption was a baby. So it was a baby that was born then, they didn't fight it. After Azikiwe, Aguiyi came, he didn't fight corruption. Gowon came, he didn't fight corruption. Muritala was the one who tried to fight corruption, but then it didn't last long for us to know what his goal was. Obasanjo came in, he didn't fight corruption. Shagari came in, he didn't fight corruption. It was only when Buhari came in, he said, we have to fight corruption. But he didn't do it well too, as a soldier, and he didn't fight it well.
Okay.
But he was the one who said, let's fight corruption. So they kicked him out. Babangida came, he didn't fight no corruption. Now, we come back to democracy. Nobody ever said, let's fight corruption. Only this guy say, let's fight this corruption. And only a fool will say, will not know or say or try to even give the idea that corruption is not our major problem. The 100% of our problem in Nigeria, why things are not moving anywhere, whether forward or whatever, is corruption. If we cannot remove that corruption, there is nothing we can do.